Alone in my house. I stand in front of the full-length mirror in my bedroom. I look at myself honestly, without the filter of shame or hope. I see a woman who's been invisible for years. I see the weight I've carried, both physical and emotional. I see someone who stopped prioritizing herself decades ago. And this isn't about Claudia anymore. Or Adrian. Or the wedding. This is about me. Looking at my reflection and asking what I want. The answer surprises me. I don't want to prove them wrong. I don't want to make them sorry. I want to feel different in my own skin. I want that. For me. For nobody else. That clarity changes everything. I decide to change my life. Not for revenge. This isn't about showing up at the wedding thin and vindicated. This isn't about making Claudia feel stupid. Or making Adrian regret his silence. This is about reclaiming my body as mine. About transformation that serves me, not their narrative. I'm not trying to become acceptable to people who rejected me. I'm trying to become comfortable to myself. That distinction matters. Because it means whatever I do next is for my own peace. And power. Not for their approval. I research options carefully. I'm methodical. Thorough. This decision is mine alone. I spend weeks researching liposuction. I read medical journals. Patient testimonials. I consult 3 different doctors. I learn about risks. Recovery. Realistic expectations. I'm not naive. I know surgery isn't a magic solution. I know it won't fix what's broken in my family. But it might fix what's broken in how I see myself. The doctor I choose is straightforward and honest. She tells me liposuction works best combined with lifestyle changes. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for pain, discipline, change. I schedule the surgery for 2 months out. I tell absolutely nobody. This isn't anyone's business but mine. Fear shows up the night before surgery. I lie in bed thinking about risks, complications, what-if scenarios. Part of me wants to cancel. Go back to safe invisibility. But determination is louder than fear. Because I remember that kitchen. Standing there, being told I was too much. Too embarrassing. Too unacceptable. I remember Adrian's silence. Claudia's casual cruelty. I remember choosing to leave with dignity. That same dignity demands I follow through now. Not because I owe them a transformation, but because I owe myself the chance to feel different. Better, more at home in my body. Fear doesn't disappear. But determination wins. The surgery happens quietly on a Wednesday morning. I check into the clinic alone. I list my sister as emergency contact, but don't tell her why. The procedure takes hours. When I wake up, I'm groggy. Uncomfortable. Wrapped in compression garments. The nurse asks if I want to call anyone. I say no. Recovery starts immediately. It's painful. Isolating. Exactly as promised. I spend the first week mostly sleeping. Managing discomfort. Moving carefully. I don't post about it. I don't document it. I just live through it, privately. Wholly focused on healing. For the first time in years. Nobody needs anything from me. Because nobody knows where I am, recovery is harder than I expected. Not just physically, but emotionally. I have time to think. To feel. To process everything without distraction. Some days I cry, not from pain. But from grief. I mourn the years I spent invisible. I mourn the relationship I've lost with my son. I mourn the family that chose comfort over defending me. At the same time, I discover parts of myself I'd forgotten. I remember I used to love painting, reading poetry, taking long walks. I abandoned all of that to be endlessly available to people who didn't value it. Now, isolated and healing, I pick up those pieces slowly. Grief and discovery exist together. Both are necessary. After surgery, I commit to strict routines. The doctor gives me guidelines for food, movement. I follow them precisely. I didn't go through surgery to waste the results. I meal prep every Sunday. Track my protein. My water. I walk every morning, starting with 10 minutes. Building up. I'm disciplined in a way I've never been before. Because this time, it's for me. Not to make someone else comfortable. The structure feels good. The routine gives me focus. Control. I'm not punishing my body anymore. I'm training it. Strengthening it. Learning what it can do when I actually pay attention. And support it properly. The weight falls off rapidly at first. Surgery combined with lifestyle changes creates dramatic results. 30 pounds in 2 months. Then 20 more. My clothes stop fitting. I donate everything. Buy new things in smaller sizes. Sometimes I catch my reflection, and don't recognize myself. My face looks different. Sharper. Younger. My body moves differently, lighter. More confident. But the real transformation isn't external. It's internal. It's how I hold myself now. How I speak more directly. How I've stopped apologizing for existing. Confidence grows, slowly. Steadily. And it's real. I start looking younger. People I don't know well treat me differently. Strangers smile more. Hold doors. Start conversations. I'm grateful. And disturbed, because I'm the same person I was before. My worth hasn't changed. Only my appearance. I notice the shift. I see how much easier the world becomes when you fit conventional standards. It's infuriating. And liberating. I'm angry that this is how it works. And aware that I can use this new visibility strategically. I'm still me. But now, people see me. And that changes everything. I stay off social media completely. Deactivate my accounts. Nobody from the family has seen me in months. They call occasionally. I keep conversations brief. Surface level. Adrian calls every few weeks. Asks how I am. I say fine. And redirect the conversation back to him. He never asks to visit. Never suggests we meet. He's content with distance as long as I sound okay. That tells me everything I need to know. I let him stay comfortable not seeing me. Because when he finally does, it needs to be on my terms. Not his. Months pass. No visits. No photos. My transformation continues in complete privacy. I'm down 70 pounds now. I've built muscle. Changed my hair. Updated my wardrobe. I look like a different person. Sometimes. I feel like one too. The family group chat keeps going without me. My sister mentions it once. Asks if I'm okay. I say yes, just busy. She doesn't push. Nobody pushes. My absence is more comfortable than my presence ever was. And I'm relieved too. I'm building something they can't touch. Or diminish. Adrian calls more frequently as the wedding gets closer. He never apologizes. He talks about details. Stress. Expectations. I listen. I make neutral comments. He seems to need reassurance that he's making the right choices. I give it automatically. That's what mothers do. But I notice something, he never asks what I'm doing. How I'm spending my time. He's incurious about my life. That would hurt. If I hadn't already accepted who he is. He talks about Claudia constantly. Her vision. Her family. Her preferences. He's telling me who he chose. And it wasn't me. Chapter 28. During one call, Adrian pauses mid-sentence. He says, "Mom. You sound different." I ask what he means. He says, "I don't know. Lighter maybe. More energetic." I smile. Because he's noticing changes he can't see. My voice does sound different. Because I'm different. Stronger. Clearer. Less burdened by trying to earn love from people determined not to give it. I tell him I've been taking care of myself. He says that's good, distracted. then returns to talking about wedding vendors. I let him. These calls aren't about connection anymore. They're about him managing guilt. I'm fine with that. Even Adrian doesn't recognize who I'm becoming. He has no idea what I look like now. No idea how I've spent these months. No idea what I'm planning. He thinks I'm the same person who left his kitchen humiliated. Hurt. He thinks time and distance made me more compliant. Easier to manage. He's wrong. I'm not the same person. I'm not compliant. And I'm definitely not easier. When he finally sees me, he'll understand what his silence cost. Not because I'll punish him, but because he'll see clearly, I didn't need his protection or validation. I rebuilt myself without either. I decide it's time to return. The wedding is 3 weeks away. I've been gone almost 6 months. I'm ready. Not ready to reconcile. Not ready to forgive. Ready to exist in spaces that tried to exclude me. Ready to be seen by people who refused to see me. I RSVP to a family gathering scheduled for next weekend. Nobody's expecting me. I've been absent too long. When my cousin calls to confirm, she sounds surprised. Asks if I'm sure. I say yes. I'm sure. I hear uncertainty in her voice. I don't explain. I just show up. And let them see what they've been missing.